Drawn by L.J. Nightingale. Book 1 of the Lovett Swire Series.
Chapter 1. Jack Lovett opens his eyes. He's on all fours beneath a line of trees at the top of a gently sloping hill, shaking and gasping. A full moon shines brightly above him. Carl's yelling echoes in his ears. "Get the hell out! Now!" Jack rubs his eyes under his glasses and runs a hand over his loose black curls, trying to catch his breath. He'd reached the woods by Little Neck Bay in Manhasset, his Long Island hometown, when it all came crashing down on him. It's over. It's really over. He's got the shoes on his feet, his little sketchbook and pencil in his pocket, and he managed to grab his jacket before Carl shoved him out the door. Other than that, he's got nothing. "I told you to get the hell out." It had started out like any other night, with Jack sequestered in the closet of his room. The desk lamp he'd rigged to the wall shone down on the sketchbook balanced on his knees as he drew with a nubby black pencil. Downstairs, Carl's old Philco radio blared the news. The story featured a recording of Senator Joseph McCarthy's infamous speech from 5 years before, the one that whipped an already skittish United States into a frenzy and turned the surly stranger who happened to be his father into a monster. "Today we are engaged in a final all-out battle between communistic atheism and Christianity," crowed the Wisconsin senator. Usually Jack would hear loud, angry muttering to accompany the nightly newscast, the sum total of whatever's going on in Carl's head plus a bottle of whiskey. But tonight there was no muttering, just static and Joe's yowling. "The modern champions of communism have selected this as the time, and ladies and gentlemen, the chips are down. They are truly down." Jack reads the papers. He can't help it. He must be a sucker for torture. Since he was 13, he's kept track of all the stories about the people disgraced, the careers ruined, the bodies splattered on the ground after their broken owners jumped. Red Scare is right. Even his favorite film actress, the luminous Josie Himmel, disappeared from the silver screen. They called her a communist, a secret Nazi. Jack's not sure how she can be both at once. Weren't commies and Nazis fighting each other 10 years back? He misses seeing Himmel from his back row seat in the theater downtown, where he would sketch her shapely figure, snappy outfits, and perfectly coiffed blonde hair. He wishes he had colored pencils so he could properly fill in her kind blue eyes. Or Jack imagines she's kind. She reminds him a little of Mom. He especially loved the song Himmel sang in her film The Blue Flag. "I won't surrender, won't give up the fight. Even if I tried, this flag won't stay white. My tears are blue, so this flag is too, the dreariest flag that ever flew." Not the cheeriest song, but Jack likes the sad ones. They help him feel something. But her blustering Midwestern attacker might be on his way out. People are starting to push back against Joe's vitriol, and the panic has started. "You have done enough," one official admonished the man at a hearing last year. "Have you no sense of decency, sir, at long last? Have you left no sense of decency?" Decency. The word sounded strange to Jack when he heard it then, and it still rings hollow. Who out there is decent? That official? Carl? The guys from school? They're all the same as McCarthy. They all hate commies. And not just commies. All enemies of the state. That includes gays. That includes Jack. But that March night, sitting on a square of carpet in his bedroom closet, Jack wasn't thinking of all the pain Joe McCarthy had caused, the distrust in every American eye since the turn of the decade, the years of hiding the confused mess in his own head. His heart raced that night, but not with fear. It raced with excitement, longing, and a dash of desire. An image had been quietly taking form in his mind for weeks. Thrilling and frightening. Too frightening. Jack kept trying to draw anything else. Landscapes, buildings, the 1953 Hudson Hornet owned by their crabby neighbor, the sleek black cat he saw sometimes in their backyard. But the idea had finally bloomed into a full-fledged composition, so he began to sketch it. 2 men, stark naked, wrapped around each other in a loving embrace. Jack had never felt this way about any of his other doodles, because compared to this one, that's what they are, just doodles. Every line of this new drawing felt like putting himself onto paper at last. It was the closest he's ever gotten to feeling that rush he's only read about in comics and storybooks. It was like having his own superpower. It was like flying. Jack gave the man his own curly hair, blushing furiously the whole time. As he stopped to blow away the graphite dust, he suddenly realized the house had fallen quiet. The radio was silent. Then heavy footsteps pounded up the stairs. Jack froze in terror, his pencil poised over the page. At that moment, he knew. This was it. "Oh no," he whispered. "Oh no." As the door to his room banged against the inside wall, Jack leapt to his feet, knocking the lamp down. Carl stomped to the closet and ripped that door open, almost tearing it off its cheap hinges. Before Jack could fully process his red face and heaving chest, the man swiped up the still-glowing lamp from the floor. He grabbed Jack's sketchbook from his hands and shone the lamplight on the page. Time slowed as the teen watched his father take in the half-finished drawing, watched his liquor-soaked eyes widen in horror. Then they narrowed with rage. Carl threw the book back at Jack, smashed the lamp on the floor, and screamed, "Get out! Get the hell out!" Jack rolls onto his back and lies in the grass, with his arms draped over his head, staring numbly up at the moon. He wishes he were up there, seated snugly in a crater, looking down on all this, laughing at how small it all is, how heartless they are down on Earth. But dreaming's not going to get him anywhere. Not now. Like a sluice just opened, panicked thoughts swiftly flood Jack's mind. Where am I going to go? He sits up, pulls out his sketchbook, and turns to the offending sketch. Shame and regret mix in with the panic. Every line of the 2 men's forms is a betrayal. It's his own fault. His own damn fault. Stupid, he berates himself. You're so fucking stupid. Jack pinches the top of the page, ready to rip it out, crumple it up, hurl it into the woods. Then, out of the corner of his eye, in the sky over the nearest dark house, Jack catches a streak of light. He blinks and looks over. There's nothing there now. Just velvety black sky. Maybe it was a meteor. A shooting star. They might be the same thing. Jack's no astronomy geek. Wait, there's another one. But this one doesn't disappear. It keeps going, a small ball of light climbing higher and higher into the sky. A firework. No, it's March. Who would be setting off fireworks in March? The light splits into 2, then into 3 little balls. They dance around each other, almost like they're playing. A memory stirs. Jack's seen something like this before. He slowly stands, automatically closing his sketchbook and slipping it back into his pocket, still staring up at the spots of white light. He has seen this before. It was on a night a little like this. The last time Jack was almost as scared as he is now. It was the night his mother died.